The prosecution claims that Lil Durk rapped about Savia Robinson's death in a song. Essentially, the argument would be commercializing his alleged revenge. And prosecutors, they also point to the allegations out of Chicago, saying they show a pattern of criminal behavior and interference. In fact, we now know that the prosecution filed an exhibit under seal that accuses Durk of putting out more hits on people. Their brief says, even if the allegations in this case weren't enough to detain defendant, they are. A separate federal case in Chicago also underscores why defendant cannot be released pending this trial. As alleged in a recently unsealed search warrant affidavit in the Northern District of Illinois, defendant offers money for people to kill those responsible for his brother's murder, and more specifically, offering to pay money for any gangster disciple that is killed. Evidence collected in this case also shows defendant has allegedly placed monetary bounties to solicit other murders, including a family member of a witness. Defendant's modus operandi is clear. He will use his power, his money, his influence, and any pretrial release to endanger anyone who he perceives as a threat, including witnesses in this case. And the brief also revealed that Durk hasn't been following the rules in prison. Quote, despite clear instructions to not engage in three-way calls, defendant has repeatedly abused the phone system at MDC to engage in such conduct. Now, to be clear, that's the MDC out in California, not the MDC in New York, which brings me, of course, back to Sean Diddy Combs, because we've talked about three-way calls before in connection with Sean Combs' case, his sex trafficking and racketeering case in New York. He's been locked up since September, and prosecutors there said he used three-way calling to talk to or about people he was forbidden to contact. So Combs would allegedly call someone and then have that person call someone else, creating a three-way call. And New York prosecutors pointed out there, if he can't follow the rules in jail, how can he be expected to follow the rules outside of jail? In fact, talking about the bail package for Durk, the bail package offered up for Combs to 3 separate judges as his case progressed was also very similar to Durk's. But Combs offered a lot more money, $50 million bond. That would have been secured by the equity in his Miami mansion and his mom's Florida home too. He would also be subject to house arrest with GPS monitoring. He was willing to hire a security team to make sure he only met and spoke to the people that he was allowed to, which actually makes me think if Lil Durk's offer of a security team was maybe influenced by Diddy's offer. Just something to think about. But all in all, it wasn't enough. Judge Arun Subramanian was the 3rd judge to deny Combs' request for bail, and he's currently locked up in the Metropolitan Detention Center out in Brooklyn, New York. Now, what happened in this case? Well, U.S. Magistrate Judge Patricia Donahue of the Central District of California, she made the same decision for Durk. And a new filing shows the government's request for detention was granted. So all in all, Lil Durk will spend Christmas behind bars as his legal team prepares to defend him in federal court.
You shot straight, but you shot late. High level. This is the Rundown Podcast.
I'm gonna give you the rundown.
Say my, hey man, it's OG Jucario. Now back at you with another one. And I had to come slide on the YouTube block because as of recent reports, Lil Durk has been caught doing three-way calling, and that has affected his bond. That's right, it has affected his bail package, and he, didn't put up as much money as P. Diddy did to try to get out and get bail. But even P. Diddy's bail was denied, as you seen in that clip. That sidebar was telling, the update on Lil Durk right now in MDC in Los Angeles, not the one in New York where Diddy's held. And, that's still not enough, you know what I'm saying? Because all these new accusations and allegations and evidence that they have saying that Durk has even been putting hits out on witnesses and any GD members that these alleged assassins can find, right? So this all is going against Durk, man. It's not looking good at all. And as I stated in my previous videos, Lil Durky is definitely a deep fried cooked turkey, because there's no way he's going to be getting out during the holidays. He will spend his Christmas as he spent his Thanksgiving in the feds, okay? And he's in federal custody as right now. So now we have the prosecution alleging that, Durk has been putting out hits on people from the feds, okay? So it's not looking good at all with these new allegations that Durk has been putting out hits on the family members of witnesses, okay? So obviously, Durk and his team, they have the discovery of all the witnesses that's being, alleged to have been a witness to these, murder for hires, right? Or these crimes that are alleged against Durk, okay? So at the end of the day, it's definitely not looking good. And they already had, evidence tying him to this other murder, right? Allegedly of Stephon Mack. And they said that Durk was, putting out multiple hits on people that was alleged to be involved with, the murder of his brother D-Thing. And Durk was, putting up money, right, to have any GD killed. And that's a gangster disciple, okay, who obviously Durk, felt was responsible for the murder of his brother D-Thing. And maybe that's why he was targeting the GDs, possibly. So at the end of the day, it's definitely not looking good for that boy Lil Durk. And at this point, he's cooked work. I'm talking about over whipped, heat too high. It done burnt all the work up, man. And at this point, it's a big disaster for Durk, right? And there's no point of even trying to get bail because they're already saying that, hey man, we had you, booking a flight, right? The evidence of this to a non-extradition country. So you definitely, had intentions of maybe not coming back to the States to face charges, right? In these two cases, these murder for hires amongst other charges as well that they're levied, against Durk. So it's not looking too good for the all my life rapper, right? At all, because he might be spending all his life in the federal penitentiary behind these crimes. Wow, sirs. Yeah. Lil Durky is definitely looking like a deep fried cooked turkey, you guys. So there we have it. Durk will not be out for the holidays. He will spend his Christmas, right? This Christmas here in the feds, okay? And I'm pretty sure his phone privileges will be revoked. That, he was caught doing three-way calling, also, violating the rules. And they're saying now, look, if he can't follow rules in the feds while he's locked up, how do we expect him to follow the rules when, he gets in, if he gets a bail, okay? So that's what they're saying, and they used that against Durk along with some lyrics that they were saying were premeditated, right? Durk was rapping about, the revenge, okay, for King Von, allegedly, all right, before the actual shooting happened and the murder for hire took place on Quando Rondo, where his cousin Lil Pop ended up getting killed, right? And, Quando Rondo happened to escape the scene unscathed. So whatever Durk, tried to offer up, on top of the allegations and accusations and, and the new evidence that they're presenting why he shouldn't get a bail, right? He's definitely not going to get one, no matter how many times he applies, okay? And this is one of the many, the latest updates, on Lil Durk, and like I brought to y'all the other day, the information that OTF Jam was putting out, right? He was airing out a lot of the OTF members, okay? And he also aired out Lil Durk, right? Calling him a deadbeat father. He didn't want to be there because of the first baby mama, with him and her had going on, Nikki, okay? OTF Nikki, right? And OTF Jam, right? He addressed all these issues, he aired OTF business out there, you guys. So, that was one of the latest, reports that was going on in the camp of OTF. Now we have this new information that Durk will not be getting out and spending the holidays with his family for Christmas. So this was just a quick update. So y'all get in the comment section and y'all let me know what y'all think about Lil Durk doing three-way calls and jeopardizing his bail and also still sending out hits, allegedly, from the jail. And, and these hits are said to have been for, family members or witnesses that are set to obviously testify against Durk in this case. So y'all get in the comment section. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole entire ordeal. And until the next time, this is OG Jucario TV with the latest in rap, hip-hop, celebrity, and urban news. You're watching the Rundown Podcast. I appreciate everybody for spinning with me. I appreciate all my subscribers for sliding with your boy every time. And say, man, hey, man, keep hitting that like button, keep hitting that subscribe button, and look, turn on post notification so we can slide whenever I get the drop. You already know what it is, man. It's deeper than Buddha, her, you hear me? And guess what? I'm gone.